Thank you. Dance has changed my life, and I get excited every day at the thought that we get to do this Ballet Moves program. It transforms the lives of children. I'm Julie Sunderland from Cincinnati Ballet, and 3 years ago we started a program called Ballet Moves for children with Down syndrome. We partnered with Children's Hospital and created a 20-week class for children ages 3 to 18. Down syndrome is the perfect match for ballet. Children with Down syndrome tend to be hyper-flexible in a way that ballet dancers are training to be. This flexibility is great, but they're lacking strength. So we want to create a class that works on strength, endurance, and coordination, and we want to use dance to creatively make that happen. One of the stars of our Ballet Moves class is a little guy named Jack. I say, Jack, put your feet in first position. Zip up those legs. We're going to take a grand plie and pick up a giant elephant. Up, up, over our heads. Jack's in. At the end of class, we get to take a ride on a choo-choo train. Everyone grabs onto a piece of fabric, we blow the whistle, and we use our fast feet to get across the floor. After 20 weeks, at the final celebration class, we invited all the families, and for the grand finale, we invited them all to come down and take a ride on the choo-choo train. So there's grandpas and aunts and uncles and cousins, and Jack's leading the way because he's got the best fast feet. So we're making our way around the studio, and I look over and I see Jack's older brother, and he is not participating, and he is not happy. So I go over and I say, hey, Griff, what's going on? And he looks up and says, well, I didn't know Jack could do stuff. So we want to expand this program, obviously, and deepen our relationship with Children's Hospital. And for our next adventure, we would like to make a dance class for children with cerebral palsy. So 1 in every 323 children in America are diagnosed with cerebral palsy, and they see 1,600 cases at Children's Hospital alone. So cerebral palsy is sort of being imprisoned in your own body in a solitary confinement. Your mind is still functioning. You want to run, you want to jump, and you want to play, but the connections aren't being made. So I was really inspired by this man named Greg. He's a 31-year-old actor who lives in Chicago, and he has cerebral palsy. He has spent his entire life with his legs turned in, risen up on the outsides of his toes, and he drags his legs as he walks through life. He was in a production of Romeo and Juliet, and a choreographer saw him and an idea was inspired. They spent the next 8 months creating a piece, The Diary of a Faun, and he trained as a dancer, warming up exercises, isolating parts of his body and learning to master them, working with the rhythm of the music. And at the end of 8 months, for the first time, his legs straightened. And for the first time ever, his heels touched the ground. So Ballet Moves wants to start a program for 21 children with cerebral palsy. And with your help, we'll use this award to break these children out of their solitary confinement and give them the same gift that Greg received. It's a gift that could last a lifetime. Thank you for letting me share my story. It's a lot.
Were you a ballerina?
I was not a ballerina. I was told that I dance like a hippopotamus, and now I tell children to lift up elephants. So it's come full circle. But I do dance.
Okay. We have no question from the judges, and you get to use 30 seconds to continue to promote or maybe tell us about some other... Now, don't look scared.
Okay. All right.
Tell us something else for
I'll be
30
happy
seconds.
to. Thank you. So because of our partnership with Children's Hospital, we got to do this year, for the first time ever, a sensory-friendly production of The Nutcracker. So children of any developmentally delays and adults were welcome to come. The lights were halfway up. Everyone felt free to come and go as they pleased. It was a day that we created for children, but it turned out to be this magical day for us and for the parents. And to have a whole judgment-free day where you got to sit and see a show and no one gave you a dirty look and no one cared what your kid did. So you get started working with these new populations and it changes your world. So that's all. Time's up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julie.